Today we will review 6th grade math lesson 10.2. This lesson will cover how to write equations from verbal descriptions. Here is your I can statement. I can identify the dependent and independent variables, write equations to represent a real-world situation, and explain my solution methods to others. The only vocabulary I want to review is X is the independent variable and Y is the dependent variable. I encourage you to pause this video and complete these problems on your own first, and then go back and review them with me. If you would like to see similar problems, you can look at your homework and your student workbook on page 325. Let's do the first example. Carl is traveling to see his grandparents who live 375 miles away. So we know that's the total distance. Write an equation to represent the number of miles that Carl has left to travel. So that's what we need to write our equation with. Step 1, identify the independent and dependent variables. Let X represent the distance traveled in miles that he has already traveled. That's going to be your X. And remember, your X will be your independent. And then we know it says here, let Y represent the distance in miles that he has left to travel. That will be your dependent. So X is the independent variable and Y is the dependent. So Y equals 375 minus X. That's step 2. We're going to write our equation. Suppose Carl has traveled 90 miles. How many miles would he have left? What we do is we would take our equation, and this 90 miles, that is going to be the X value in distance traveled. So I know that I can take this X value in distance travel and plug it into my X. So I would just, again, rewrite the equation. And that's where they're getting Carl would have 285 miles to go. Let's do the next one. Jimmy will earn D dollars mowing lawns this weekend, and he will put the money in the box in which he keeps his earnings. Okay, so we have D dollars mowing lawns this weekend. Okay, A, Jimmy already has $75 in the box. Write an equation to represent the amount of money in M dollars that will be in the box after the weekend. So that's going to be represented by money. So we know that we will have money equals the $75 he already has in plus the D dollars he has for mowing this weekend. If Jimmy makes $189 this weekend, how much money will be in the box after he puts in his earnings? This is what he earns here, and that's going to be our X value in dollars earned. So we take the original equation and we put in the 189 into the equation here. And then we go ahead and we just solve that. So we know how much money will he be in the box. The money was $264, so we know he will have $264 in the box. Question 2. The book that Erica is about to start reading is P pages long. So that is the total amount of pages in the book. She plans on reading 40 pages each day. Write an equation to find the number of days, D, that it will take Erica to complete the book. So, how many days will it take? This is going to be D equals, I know it's going to take the total divided by 40 because she's doing 40 each day. B, if Erica's book is 720 pages long, how many days will it take her to finish the book? So this is our x value, and this is total pages long. So we need to go ahead and we just write our equation here. And we know that we're going to take this and plug it into the equation. And then rewrite this. We don't want to do anything in our head. And we do 720 divided by 40. So D is 18. So how long will it take her to finish the book? It will take her 18 days to finish. That is our lesson for Module 10, Lesson 2 for Grade 6.